So I saw recently on your social media that you were over in New York and you'd met with Stephen Van Zandt and Ian Hunter, I mean, two legends. And you were there because you were filming more parts for your new movie, your new documentary. So let's start with that then. I mean, tell us about meeting those legends and what you were doing there and a bit more about this movie, this documentary about your life.
Yeah, well, it's a documentary that's been in the works for over 2 years now. Been filming it, and it's a story about my life, my career, and from the beginning to this day. And a lot of stuff has happened actually during the filming, and that's really interesting. It's going to be called "The Best Kept Secret in Rock and Roll," and
Brilliant.
and it's really it's going to be an interesting movie to anybody who's maybe not even into rock and roll or me. It'll be an interesting story, and we've had a lot of stuff happen in the process. Some really moving scenes too, and that have happened. Me speaking with my mother about remembering Razzle, and she got all moved, and she remembers him coming to visit us once and a couple of times, and then the Hanoi Rocks second album, Oriental Beat, the remixing of that whole process was documented because where the tapes were thought to have been lost, and I
Yes,
relocated.
that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, and we have now remixed, and 4 years later, 40 years later, the album finally gets the sound it deserves. And of course the remastering and reissue of Demolition 23 and my newest album, and we filmed some stuff on tour. We were opening for Alice Cooper in June, and we had a cool chat with Alice in his hotel room in Milan, which we filmed. I basically let Alice talk because he has such cool stories from the early days, and we've interviewed tons of people from Bob Ezrin to Slash, of course, and Chris Shivett, Joe Elliott's going to be in
Wow.
tons of people from my life, and of course, Little Steven had to be. He was one of the most important. He's been a really dear friend for many years, and all my years in America, especially. And Ian Hunter, of course, always been a big hero, and we went to his house in Connecticut and had a great talk with.
Nice. Great.
And all the people that have been part of my life from the beginning. It's really, it'll be there's so much great material. It's going to be tough to leave stuff out to make it into the movie. But it'll be something else. I'm looking forward to it being finished. It's supposed to come out now, the end of January next year, 2020.
So not too long for us to wait then. I mean, what other footage is in there? Have you got kind of previously unseen footage, some of the old stuff?
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Pete Eklund is a guy who's been making it. He's done a huge amount of research and really has done a thorough job going through my life. And he's really he's got a great vision, and he's gotten me into situations. I had to go over rethink a lot of the old events, like for example, having the did I make the right decision by telling them to pull the commercial when they were at Michael Monroe, the brains behind Hanoi Rocks, and he found that advert somewhere, the TV ad, and I was like, well, it's corny, and if I'd known that they were going to pull the plug on the whole record, I might have, just let it be. But then again, I would have had to live with it. So I made the right decision in the end. But it's like things are, situation where I had to really there's many real situations where, as it happens, I have to he hasn't made it easy on me, which is good. So and he had also interviewing Andy McCoy, who I had nothing to do with for 12 years, and Andy was really in a space at the time in his state of mind. He was really open and looking at himself too, like admitting that he'd been a prick for many times. It's been many years that he'd been really he kind of owned up on a lot of stuff, and he actually called me the next day after the interview to apologize.
Oh wow!
For being for it's like, that's the first ever. I was like, wow, where did this come from? I was like, well, of course I accept. except it's hard to forget. Some of the stuff is like the worst, you know, it was such a nightmare at times, but still it's like, wow, this is improvement. But you know, things like that, making the movie has sparked a lot of stuff and caused a lot of things. And I'm sure it has had something to do with the fact that we got the original lineup of Hanoi Rocks at my 60th birthday show, got that together, and all that's being documented too. So there's a lot of interesting stuff. There's been like a lot of closures and stuff that have happened during the filming of it. So it's very exciting, and it's a perfect time. The timing has been perfect. Yeah, I'm really glad that Pete is making that documentary, and he's doing a great job. So I'm looking forward to it myself.
I'm really looking forward to it. It sounds fascinating. It sounds like it's healing some old wounds as well, which is always lovely to hear, especially at this stage of life.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. That's right. Now being 60 is like, well, the new album, Live Too Fast to Die Young, it says it all, and I can't die young anymore.